everybody, my name again is Ashley with Relaxing Creations Company. Today we are going to be making a blend of spearmint and eucalyptus. It's two separate fragrance oils that I'm just blending together myself to make the scent. So we got our oils already here. My hard oils have already been melted and then added to my liquid oils. That way they didn't get solid again. This is my lye solution here. Just straining it out. Go ahead and blend it up a little bit before we add our fragrance oil. It's very clear, so I don't think it's going to discolor much. Some of those oils are almost like a dark yellow color. That might be one of the clearest blends I've used. So we're going to blend this up. We're going to do a pretty simple design today with just a couple of different colors of swirl here, so you'll see what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and hand mix this. I don't want to blend it with the stick blender too much and get it up to trace too fast. It's already pretty emulsified. The more you blend it, the faster it's going to speed up the trace. So what we're going to do is split this off. I got two smaller containers here. I'm going to kind of do the majority of it we're going to leave in here as far as color goes. We're going to try to get about the same amount. And then of course wipe off our mess here. We're going to set this aside. It is impossible to pour without spilling something, at least for me. Okay, so this big one, we are actually going to put some titanium dioxide in it. Don't want to overcolor it because I've noticed that a lot of times it'll look a little creamy as soap and then it whitens up a lot as the soap cures. So I might add a little bit more when I go to blend it, but that's good for now. The colors we're going to use besides the titanium dioxide is this really pretty blue. This is Brilliant Blue from Nurture Soap. Very pretty color. I kind of picked this color for eucalyptus, even though I don't think eucalyptus is blue. I always think of this color for some reason. So, and then our green color is actually a really pretty spearmint type of color, and this is Synergy from Nurture Soap. Okay, we got everything mixed up pretty good. I already dissolved my my micas there in those little cups that you saw. I dissolved them in an oil, sometimes olive oil, avocado oil, just whatever I have. That kind of blends up the powder so you don't see chunks if you don't get it mixed well enough. Because remember, you can't over mix it with the blender or it speeds up too much. So let's come back to this. We'll add just a tad bit more here. Now a lot of my oil is already out, so my stick blender is kind of a little bit too powerful for the low amount of oil, so it's going to be noisy. It's hard to burp it when there's not enough in there. Set that aside. This is already pretty good texture as far as trace goes, but I just zap it a little bit with the stick blender to make sure everything's well mixed. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this little area up again. We're gonna set all of our containers aside for a minute and bring in our mold. We're using our 5-pound mold from Nurture Soap. And I'm actually going to add just a little bit of color to the bottom first. That way it's not all completely white. And then, I don't know how you can see this, let me slide this aside for a second. I'm actually going to dump my colors in here. And this will give us that really nice swirl. Sorry, I never get the best camera angle here when I'm scraping my bowls. And what this will do is blend all these colors together when you pour it in here. I might run this spatula through it once, just kind of do like an in the pot swirl, but I don't want it completely blended. Okay, let's bring our mold back over here and pour away, hopefully without spilling it. That is really pretty, and it smells really good. All right, I'll scrape it here and block you guys for a minute. Now if I wanted to, this is still pretty runny, so if I wanted to do some type of like a choppy top on it, or like a textured top, I would have to let it sit up. Sometimes when you want to let it sit up, you have to, sometimes covering it up for a few minutes helps speed up the trace. But I think what we're going to do is just take and kind of swirl it together. I think if I chop this design, it's going to blend too much of it at the top. So, as you can see, it's still pretty runny, so I'm just going to do something simple just so it doesn't have that big pour design at the top. Alright, so what we will do is we'll cover this up. And again, in 24 hours, we will go ahead and unmold it, and I will see you guys back here for the cut. Okay, everybody, we got the Spearmint Eucalyptus mold. We are getting ready to cut. Remember, we poured a little bit of the blue and the green in the bottom of the mold, so we'd have some thicker color there at the bottom. Since that's an end piece, you're probably going to see more color here towards the end because it's going to spread out and go to the sides and the end as we poured it in. See, big difference. These colors turned out really pretty together. I think they blend really well. Now when I poured this, it was actually still pretty, like I'd say runny. So the top is very flat. So what I'm probably going to do is actually bevel this all into a perfect rectangle bar. It will be a nice sleek design. Looks like some of the sticker colors bounced all the way up in here. With this blend, I actually took a eucalyptus oil and a spearmint oil and mixed them myself, so it's got a really good combination of both. It's a really one of those, I guess, relaxation scents. It smells really good. Okay. I like doing the swirl designs. They're simple, but you always get a different swirl pattern every bar. Never turns out the same. Okay, everybody, so that is our cut for the Spearmint Eucalyptus. Please check out our website. This will not be ready and on the website for 4 to 6 weeks because it will have to be on the shelf and cure, but I have been adding a lot of new soaps here recently. Remember to like and subscribe so that way whenever I post a new video, you guys get to see it and you're alerted. So thank you very much for watching.